Haruo with the power boost from Gaio is facing against Akira in the semifinals of the Osaka tournament. Who will win? Who will lose? We'll just have to see, you know? We'll have to see if we've got a confession by the end of this, huh? Well, only took 2 seasons, but you know. Still a better record, not gonna lie. And by better record, I mean better record than some other rom-coms. But if you guys like the content, remember to like the video and subscribe if you haven't. If you don't like the content, dislike the video and we'll be on our way. Let's get started. Oh. Damn, dude, that hair physic though. Alright, they're 1-1 now. Damn, dude, the fucking veins in his eyes though, huh? I don't even want to think about that fucking elementary teacher. Wow. Alright, I like that different variety that he's talking about with Akira. Oh shit, she's turning the tide! Damn! Damn, dude, they're both on the... Damn, dude, he missed that fucking frame, dude! Ooh, so close. And then we've got the fucking shadow over her head. Cause she knows what's about to fucking happen. No, Kyle, please. Why are you fading? This motherfucker just really put a translator note mid-July. Alright. Well, Akira had already left at this point, right? You still couldn't win after all these years. I just saw the 2 people from like episode 1. Look at that, she just came in and he came in. Wow, wow. Oh god. Oh, Doi! Run away, Doi! Doi! Hey, oh my god, are you actually working or are you just... She lost in the final. Mm-hmm. Makoto? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So you're feeling down. Man's count? Okay, okay. She feels blame for herself, yeah. Understandable. At the cost of another person, but... I like that he calls her One-san.
じゃあ一生後悔することになるんじゃない？大切なことを忘れるところだった。はい。アキラからハルオくん。
The ring? Is she giving the ring back?
何よ偉そうに。私ってば。
Yeah, it is the ring. It's her final connection to him. Better fucking go to her and be like, hey yo! This ring was made for you, don't fucking send no no takesies backsies, alright? Wow, good show everyone, we got a bad end. Oh my god. Kyle. He's just a figure in the- he's just a shadow in the sun now. Are we gonna have another fucking episode of just them, of him running to her in the airport? This motherfucker needs to stop putting translator note. 7th of July. Okay. 7th of July. Ooh, she's seeing all the memories. Or was that the same two couples again? I did not see. Oh, he's walking by Hidaka's shop. Out of order. Alright, they need to stop putting translator no in this shit. She cut her hair. That's like her... Is this her giving up her love? You know, the whole cutting hair shit? Damn, they need to... Mm-hmm. Alright, we're going to hear it from Hidaka, huh? Yeah! Okay. Wow. Still got time. The fuck you talking about? Oh my god, that fucking out of order. It's like a little message that she has. So look, Hidaka truly is the greatest wingwoman. This is a crime, Hidaka. You can't make me cry for you a second time. Oh, it burns! My kokoro. Translator note, it means heart. Gotta grab. Oh, damn, she's ready, dude. Damn, your mom's just been standing in the front door this whole time. Damn, dude. I hope Makoto throws a tantrum. Oh, it's found itself delayed, huh? Hey, it's the old grandma with their candy shop, I think. The fact that I remember fucking side characters makes... Understandable. You don't want to get hurt. Oh, a green light? Oh my god, the fucking stars are aligning. The fucking power of games, am I right? Holy shit. God, in my head, I'm thinking about, like, God, if this ends with a traffic accident. Damn, dude, holy shit, they blew that man's wig off! Oh my god! Holy shit, what the f- oh my god. It's a good thing he's sturdy. Oh my fucking god. He just fucking crashed, bro. Holy shit. Fucking video games, bro. They're really out here. Fucking with the turbulence. Ooh. I know, you use the power of video games. Because of your problem. Oh. What? Y'all even started dating, you're fucking asking her for a marriage proposal, my guy? Holy shit! You said there's another stage for you, and I'm just like, America? Wow. Wow, what an intense ending, am I right? Got a... You know, it's like... It's a repeat of episode 3 of season 1 again, which is a very nice thing. You know, as I said, you know, everything goes back into everything. It's a fucking circle. You know, we ended with the way we started, which is very, very nice. You know, because episode 3 of season 1 is the one part when Haruo realized how important she is to him, and it really the thing that like catalyzed really got him to, you know, be very motivated and start doing all these things for the sake of her. I guess I'll write my notes and we will be right back to the center. Oh my god, I just... hold on. Motherfucker, dude, talking about things making a goddamn circle. They're back together again. Wow. Alright, so that was the final episode of High Score Girl Season 2. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. And also let me know what you think about this series as a whole. Both Season 1, the OVA, and Season 2. And if I remember it, I'll talk about it towards the end. Before this episode, I thought that it was a good finale. You know, I like that we're continuing with the whole aspect of Haruo having a plan and then it not fucking working out for him. But it comes back to the whole fact that even though it doesn't really work out for him, he never gives up, even though he does get into a bit of a slump, and then somebody has to fucking pull him out of that slump, and then he gets back into, you know, the whole groove of it again. So it's nice to see that we're just continuing to have that, but, you know, again, just to show that Haruo's the sort of guy who doesn't give up, and he just keeps at it, even though he loses. And as he mentions before, he doesn't like people who can't take a loss, because he's able to take a loss and he's able to, you know, rebound and recover himself. So it is very nice. Speaking of losing, he lost against Akira, and he becomes depressed about it because, again, it's his whole plan that he wanted to confess to her. It didn't work out, and then he also finds out that Akira is leaving, and he just doesn't want to do anything. And, you know, from what he said while he was on his moped, falling in love has made me fearful. Because before, he would just bounce back and try it again, even though he had lost to Akira. So it's very nice, you know, he's in this state where he just doesn't want to do anything because it just hurts to do so. It hurts in a whole different sort of way that he's used to. So it's very nice. We saw that Akira sent the ring back to Haruo via Makoto, and Haruo, I mean, I assume me and Haruo kind of just had the same idea of, oh yeah, she sent this ring, this is the last thing that she has of him, so, you know, it's the end. But as Hidaka said afterwards, you don't understand women. Damn, dude. I mean, I get it, you know, it's, you know, well, actually, I don't get it. Women, am I right? Why do you gotta fucking play my game? Okay. Okay. I do want to talk about Makoto, though, and how we're continuing to see this guilt that Makoto feels for Akira because she wanted to live her own life, but that was through the sacrifice of Akira. And Makoto is just over here like, well, you see, Akira just wants to save face for her parents, for her family. And at that point, I just have this question. How the hell did Akira come out not so full of hate? Especially as a kid, you know, anger is such an easy emotion. And when you're being oppressed like this, especially by your family or something, it's just so easy to just put that anger out on your family and out on your parents, you know? It's just kind of like, fuck these people, they're making me feel horrible. And so it's honestly, it's a fucking miracle that Akira is just able to come out and still have this filial piety. Honestly, like, did she ever spend time with her parents at this point? I mean, I guess she technically did spend time with her parents when she was in LA. Anyways, whatever. I can only assume Akira didn't become so full of hate. It's because of video games, you know, and also because of she did have somewhat of a support system. You know, she had Makoto, who in her guiltiness, her guilty feeling, she is a lot nicer. Well, I mean, I don't know if she was mean before, but I don't think she's a mean person. But she is doing a lot more for Akira because of that guilt that she feels. Also, she's got Gia as well, who's been a good support system for her. And then eventually she's got Goda, who, you know, finally, who turns around, takes off her bitchy glasses and all of that, and is actually be able to make a connection with Akira. So I guess that's also that, huh? The fact that she does have a good support system, and also, other than just video games, she has, you know, through the video games that she found during this whole oppressive stage of hers, she found Haruo, you know, who she ends up really liking. So I just answered my own question. She just had a good support system through all of this. And speaking of Makoto being a good big sister, she was also being a good big sister to Haruo as well, which is very nice. You know, she knows that the both of them like each other essentially, and she supports it, and she acts very much like Haruo is her family, and you know, we can kind of see that in the way Haruo kind of calls Makoto Onesan as well. It's very funny. Even if it's just like him saying like it like a sign of respect or whatever, but it is very nice. So going through all of that, and with Haruo taking his walk of sadness, he ends up at Hidaka's store, where we see Hidaka again, and here she is with her haircut. She's got her short hair again. Thank God, dude. Long hair Hidaka is too much for me. As I said, high school ruined Hidaka, but I think it's the long hair. She really became the fucking villain when she grew out her hair. But the feeling of the sentiment, the symbolism, and like cutting your long hair, that is like the symbol of giving something up. And in this case with Hidaka, she gave up her love, and she talked to Haruo about her match with Akira, which I feel like I still am a little confused about, but was it that Akira lost towards the end? Because she said that the reason why she challenged her to a fight and having this final fight is because Akira knew that she was going to move, and she wanted to test Hidaka's feelings because she was going to retire from the battle, because, since she's moving to LA and all that, she won't have another chance to actually have their relationship blossom into something more than just friends. So that was just her trying to go into retirement. But Hidaka said, even Akira was struggling with that, like she wanted to give up, but then Hidaka was able to feel Akira's feelings towards the end, and that was the reason why she chose to give up, which is very funny. Like, fucking Akira is really the person out here who did this for Hidaka and not Haruo, because Haruo was always so on the fucking fence before. The fucker. Well, at least he's able to tell her that, he likes her, he likes Akira and all that, and Hidaka's just over here like, yeah, I know, you fucking idiot. And of course, Hidaka is the one who is here being the catalyst to Haruo, to pulling Haruo out of the fucking shade that he's been in. We literally saw that. We saw that literal shade on him, and as she was talking to him, and also after she fucking slapped him, she really got him out of that shade that he was in. So, as I mentioned, Haruo and also me thought that her giving, Akira giving the ring is like a finality sort of thing, we're done. But Hidaka is over here like, no, she gave you this ring back as a sign that, she does want him to come and see her off and all that, because that was what happened in episode 3, because he went and saw her and he gave her the ring, and so she gave him the ring back, I assume, as a sign of, hey, give me my fucking ring back. You better fucking get onto the airplane and give me the ring again. So it was very nice, and after that whole thing, after we see more flashbacks of all the good times that Hidaka's had with Haruo, and her, again, her finality and her giving up her love for Haruo and all that, we get to see the big old, I was gonna say chase scene, but the good old classic, my love is going far away from me, and now I need to chase them down. I need to fucking catch up with them before they leave the train or before they leave the airport. And it's very nice, again, very reminiscent of episode 3, and how it's him running into the airport, or in this case, him on a moped going into the airport with all the game characters, giving him encouragement and following him along. Although with this case, they also have superpowers, I guess. We know that there was a ghost arcade, so like there's some fucking supernatural shit happening here. So yeah, with the power of video games and anime on his side, he got there, and even though she had left already on the plane, the power of video games really fucking fucked up that turbulence, that airplane. He really fucked up the airplane. The fucking pilot's just like, I don't know what the fuck happened here, dude. Did you see the cloud? There's just giant fucking circle in that cloud. What the hell's going on? I have to fly back now. So yeah, even though Haruo's late because of his indecisiveness, everything worked out in the end. He got to see Akira for the final time that for the final time, and he was able to confess to Akira and kind of break out of that mode, because this whole time he's been wanting to win against Akira so he can finally confess to her because of, the little bit of that inferiority complex, just a tiny bit, and how, he wants to be able to stand on equal ground with Akira before he confesses to her, but that just hasn't really been, Akira's just too fucking good, and so he kind of just was able to break out of that mode, and even though he has not win against her, he will still continue to challenge her, and even though he might not win, he's still able to confess to Akira and also fucking propose to her. Like, what the fuck? Did anybody hear that? Also, that reminds me, that would actually have to give Akira that would actually have Akira, God, I don't know, how does my sentence go? That would actually make Akira have to say no eventually to her family, to her parents, because if her parents want her to marry some fucking fellow that, they want her, in a signed marriage or whatever, she has to say no to them at that point, especially with Haruo saying that he's going to marry her, so guess we'll just have to read that in the manga or whatever. But yeah, it was a good ending of everything going in a circle, so it was very nice, and by it going in a circle, I can only assume we're gonna continue with the other problems that we faced before in that circle, before we make another full circle. But since I actually remember to talk about how I feel with the series as a whole, alright, let me gather my thoughts for a second. Season 1, I liked. First episode was a little rough, but everything else after that, I really enjoyed it. I really like the relationship that Haruo has with Akira. I really like the introduction of Hidaka and all that. I do have my gripes with Hidaka in high school, but I understand why she's feeling the way that she's feeling. It's just hard for me to not feel upset about the way that she feels, again, just because I understand her doesn't mean that, I agree with her and all that. I really liked the OVAs for the most part, I like the change in Goda, and I really like the way that Haruo's mom stepped up and defended her son. I really like that part in the OVA, and, with him challenging Hidaka and all that, it's, I thought that was alright, I think, like I said, I'm not a particularly big fan of long hair Hidaka. I'm a much more of a fan of short hair Hidaka. They're two different people. But that focus on the whole love triangle and just Hidaka being upset and angry, not understanding her feelings, and Haruo just kind of just been on the fence and, people ragging on him. It's just kind of, it's kind of alright. Like, season 2 is a bit of a, I don't want to say mixed bag, but it kind of is, like, with the focus on Hidaka more, and like this, it's just, I did mention how I felt like the first few episodes of season 2 kind of felt like a change in pace, and I kind of didn't like the way that it was, but then after we got back on focus with Akira again, I do like it, but that's just me not really liking love triangles as much. And I know that I said at some point, which is probably like the peak of my frustration with Hidaka, where I mentioned that if we wiped Hidaka from the story, it wouldn't really affect the story between Haruo and Akira all that much. And when I really think about it again as a whole, I still kind of slightly agree with my point. But that's really, I don't know, like, I like Hidaka as a character, and I get her. But if you just didn't have her as part of the love triangle, I kind of feel like we would still get to the same point that we were, except it's just going to be someone else who's going to kind of help Haruo along the way. Well, actually, it's not that if you wipe Hidaka out of the story, but it's more like if you just wipe Hidaka out of the love triangle, you know? She'd still be a great wingwoman for Haruo. Actually, I don't know, maybe it's because she was in love with Haruo and she was trying to compete with Akira, that she was such a great wingwoman for him. The dilemma am I thinking right now? I don't know. I don't know if my thoughts are making any sense, but overall, I liked season 1. The OVAs was nice too, but then season 2 kind of came along and I was just kind of feeling a little murky with it. But I do like the final last 4 episodes, kind of like basically when we got out of the whole Shibuya thing in season 2. I liked it a whole lot more. I can definitely see why people enjoy this rom-com in terms of like the development between our 2 main characters, but also the setting in the 90s and the talk of the games, you know, the nostalgia for you 90s kids and all that. And I, funny enough, had gotten a bit of a nostalgia hit myself, where I was reminded about the whole Dynamite Cop thing because I used to watch a certain YouTuber back in like the late 2000s, you know, my fucking childhood and all that. So I was like, wow, that really brought me back to the fucking 2000s because I'm a 2000s child. I'm not a 1990s, you know. I was born in the 90s, but, you know, my childhood is in the 2000s. I do think that the weakest aspect for me is the love triangle because it's just not my thing. I just feel like love triangles are a little bit lazy but it also depends on how you do it. A love triangle, I feel, it's just kind of like, all right, you put one drop in for the fucking drama. You know, sometimes I feel like it's unnecessary drama, and that's how I felt with the whole Shibuya arc. You know, with Haruo going into Shibuya because he got kicked out by Hidaka's gang and all that. Like, I didn't really, you know, I wasn't really here for this sort of drama. So I feel like that's what really holds me back from really liking, like, I do like this anime, but like I don't love it like I would for a series like Bokuyaba, which is coming out in spring, which technically would already be out by the time this episode comes out on YouTube, so oh shit. Going back to my point of how love triangle feels like just unnecessary drama, it genuinely how I feel like when we see like Yuri mangas and how some character, like the two main characters might be starting to get along finally, and then one of the main characters' ex-lover or whatever comes back into the scene, and then we have the stupid fucking love triangle drama shit. That's all I think about whenever I think about love triangle a lot of the times. It's just like, oh no, things are going way too good for these characters. We need to add in some drama in order to keep the readers interested in all that. What do we need to do for a fucking drama? I know. They've got a fucking ex-lover, or they've got a what is it? They've got like a kohai or something who has a crush on them. And so now this person's gonna start some fucking drama. Again, I feel like love triangles is just lazy writing a lot of the times for these sort of like rom-com series. Anyways, I have a lot of rom-coms I like, but then I end up dropping because they always have this stupid bullshit where they keep adding in new girls. So then it's not a love triangle anymore, it just becomes like a love octagon at some point. But, you know, I think it was called Masamune's Revenge. I think that's what it's called. It's about that kid who was like fat and so his revenge was he loses weight, he becomes hot, and he wants to like seduce this girl who used to bully him when he was, you know, chubby, and he wanted to get her to fall in love with him, and then for him to just break her heart by not being interested in her and all that. And I remember I really got into that rom-com manga for a bit, and then I lost interest the moment they started introducing you to other fucking girls in the mix that was going to fucking stir up stupid drama shit. Anyways, I'm not gonna... Alright, I'm going on a fucking tangent here. But, yeah, overall, it's a pretty nice series. I really like the character development, and I really like the character development for the side characters as well, you know, with Makoto, with Goda, and yeah, very nice. It's been a long journey, especially if you've been watching this on YouTube weekly, oh my god. But I appreciate you guys for following me through this series, and yeah, again, if you have any comments about this, or if you have any comments about my thoughts or whatever, leave it in the comments down below. Alright, if I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys in some other series that you're interested in or whatever. I don't know.